Did you know that some of Hollywood's Golden Age actors weren't exactly acting legends? The era sparkled with glitz, glamour, and larger-than-life personalities. But not everyone on screen was a master of their craft. Many famous faces relied more on their charisma than talent. From Johnny Weissmuller, better known for his swimming prowess than his wooden Tarzan, to Jayne Mansfield, whose career hinged on her striking looks, these stars proved that talent wasn't always the ticket to fame. Here are stories of 25 Golden Age actors who were worst at acting, but still got fame. Number 1. Johnny Weissmuller. Johnny Weissmuller is best known for playing Tarzan in the movies. While he became an icon for his role, his acting was often criticized for being simple and lacking variety. He didn't show much emotional depth or range in his performances. Instead, he relied on his physical skills and athleticism, which worked well for the action-packed role of Tarzan. His portrayal of the character focused more on physical strength, running through the jungle, and interacting with animals, rather than on complex emotions or dialogue. Weissmuller's acting style wasn't known for its subtlety. His lines were often delivered in a straightforward, even stiff way, with little variation in tone. While this suited the adventurous, action-filled world of Tarzan, it didn't allow him to explore different types of characters or acting styles. As a result, critics often saw him as a one-dimensional actor. Despite this, Johnny Weissmuller became a star and is still remembered for his role as Tarzan. His charm, physical appearance, and ability to bring the character to life in a thrilling way helped him remain popular, even if his acting was limited. Fans of his work appreciated his unique take on the legendary jungle hero, and his performances in those films continue to be a significant part of movie history. Though not known for his acting range, Weissmuller's place in Hollywood remains secure, thanks to his iconic portrayal of Tarzan. Number 2. Ed Wood. Ed Wood is one of Hollywood's most unique and infamous figures. Instead of being remembered for skill, he's famous for his lack of it. His 1959 film The Plan 9 from Outer Space is a prime example of this, showcasing acting and directing that were so bad they became legendary. Wood's performances were stiff and awkward, with no real emotion or natural delivery. His directing style often lacked logic, creating chaotic films with cheap props, nonsensical scripts, and unconvincing actors. Despite these flaws, Wood had a relentless passion for filmmaking. He used whatever resources he had, embracing his failures with enthusiasm. Plan 9 from Outer Space is often called the funniest unintentional comedy ever made. From collapsing sets to bizarre dialogue, it's a movie that defies traditional criticism and remains a cult classic. Next celebrity to consider. Number 3. Steve Reeves. Steve Reeves redefined Hollywood heroes in the 1950s and 1960s. Known for his impressive physique, Reeves starred in Italian sword and sandal films, with a Hercules and a Hercules Unchained, making him a star. Reeves wasn't a skilled actor, but his powerful build and commanding presence made him perfect for epic roles. His performances focused on physical feats rather than emotional depth. Unlike method actors like Marlon Brando, Reeves relied on his muscular charisma to captivate audiences. He embraced his strengths and never claimed to be a dramatic actor. Understanding his appeal was tied to his visual impact. Reeves paved the way for action stars, showing that raw physicality could outshine traditional acting skills. Next up was known for playing Dracula in 1931 film. Number 4. Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi is best known for playing Dracula in the classic 1931 film. His portrayal of the vampire became iconic, but his acting style was often criticized for lacking depth. Instead of bringing complexity to his characters, Lugosi relied on big, exaggerated gestures and a very dramatic, one-note way of acting. Lugosi's performances often felt stiff, as if he was playing the same type of character over and over. While his deep voice and mysterious presence worked well for roles like Dracula, many critics felt that he didn't show much emotion or variety in his acting. His dramatic movements, while memorable, could sometimes feel over the top, making it hard for audiences to connect with the character on a deeper level. Despite these flaws, Lugosi became a star. His portrayal of Dracula was so powerful that it overshadowed any criticisms about his acting. He was often cast in similar roles, particularly in horror films, where his dark, brooding persona was a perfect fit. In the end, Bela Lugosi is remembered not just for his acting, but for his ability to create memorable, larger-than-life characters. Though his acting lacked subtlety, his unique presence and iconic performances have made him a beloved figure in Hollywood history. Number 5. Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. was a famous singer, dancer, and actor known for his incredible talent in music and performance. While he shone on stage with his singing and dancing, his acting was often seen as stiff and lacking emotion. Many people felt that he didn't bring the same depth to his acting roles as he did to his musical performances. Despite this, Sammy Davis Jr. became a beloved figure because of his many talents. He was part of the famous Rat Pack alongside Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, which helped him stay in the spotlight. His charm, energy, and ability to entertain in different ways kept his career going strong, even if his acting wasn't praised. His skills as a singer and dancer made him stand out in Hollywood, and people admired his ability to perform in a variety of shows, from music to movies. Though his acting wasn't always considered great, his other talents made him a star. Sammy Davis Jr. is remembered as a true entertainer who proved that you didn't have to be the best actor to make a lasting impact in show business. Up next was known for her role in Vertigo, a classic film. Number 6. Kim Novak. Kim Novak was famous for her beauty, but her acting was often criticized for being stiff and lacking emotion. While she wasn't known for her acting skills, she became a star because of her unique presence on screen. Novak's most famous role was in Vertigo, a classic film directed by Alfred Hitchcock. In this movie, she played a complex character, and her striking looks and mysterious aura made her unforgettable. Despite her limited acting range, Novak's appearance and charm caught the audience's attention. She had a way of drawing people in with her beauty, which worked well for the roles she played in Hollywood. She was often cast in parts that focused more on her looks than her ability to act. Even though critics didn't always praise her acting, Novak's career flourished because of her star power. She became a symbol of 1950s and 1960s Hollywood glamour, and many remember her as one of the most iconic actresses of her time. Vertigo remains one of her standout films, and it showed that even with stiff acting, her presence could make a huge impact. Number 7. Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck was one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, known for his strong presence and good looks. He became famous for his roles in films like To Kill a Mockingbird and Roman Holiday. But not everyone was impressed by his acting. Some critics felt that his performances lacked emotional depth. They thought he relied too much on his charming appearance and powerful presence, rather than showing a wide range of emotions or complex character traits. While Peck had a natural charisma that drew people in, some believed that he didn't always deliver the kind of nuanced performances that others did. His acting style was often described as steady and reliable, but it sometimes felt too focused on his image rather than truly connecting with the character. Critics argued that he could have shown more vulnerability or explored more complex emotions. Despite these criticisms, Gregory Peck's popularity never waned. He still earned respect for his dedication to his roles and the authority he brought to the screen. Over time, he became known for playing morally upright characters like Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, which made him a symbol of integrity and fairness. Even though his acting style was sometimes seen as limited, his strong screen presence and reputation as a leading man kept him at the top of Hollywood for many years. Next on list was famous singer. No other person. Number 8. Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby was famous for his singing, especially his smooth voice and classic hits like White Christmas. While he was a big star in music, his acting didn't get as much praise. People often said his performances were stiff and lacked excitement. He wasn't known for being a great actor, but his musical talent and charm kept him in the spotlight. Crosby starred in many films, but his best-known roles were in movies like An Holiday Inn and Going My Way, where he sang more than acted. Despite his acting limitations, Crosby's songs made him a beloved figure. His smooth voice, warm presence, and ability to connect with his audience made him a star in Hollywood and beyond. His music made up for what his acting lacked, and he became one of the most successful entertainers of his time. Even though he wasn't known for being a top actor, Crosby's legacy lives on because of his incredible singing career and the songs that continue to be popular today. His impact on music and film made him an unforgettable part of Hollywood's golden age. Number 9. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood became a huge action star, known for his tough guy roles in films like The Dirty Harry. However, when he first started acting, his performances were often seen as stiff and lacking emotion. Instead of showing a lot of feeling or range in his roles, he relied on his strong, silent-type persona. His characters were often calm, serious, and didn't show much expression, which made him seem distant or unconnected to the emotions of the story. This stoic style became a part of Eastwood's signature look, and people started to love his tough, unshakable presence on screen. While he wasn't known for deep or complex acting in his early films, his ability to remain calm and collected in high-stress situations made him stand out. Audiences were drawn to his quiet strength, and it made him a perfect fit for roles that required a strong, silent hero. As his career went on, Eastwood's acting improved, and he eventually became known for more than just his tough exterior. He became an actor who could also deliver a wider range of emotions in his roles, especially as he took on more dramatic parts. Still, it was his early roles where he relied on his stoic presence that made him a household name in Hollywood. Up next is known as a comedic genius. Number 10. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball is famous for her incredible sense of humor and her role in the classic TV show I Love Lucy. While she is known as a comedic genius, many critics thought her acting was sometimes too exaggerated. Her performances were big, loud, and full of energy, which some people didn't think was subtle enough. Despite this, Lucille's charm, timing, and ability to make people laugh won over audiences and made her a beloved star. Ball's style of humor was different from other actresses of her time. She could turn even the simplest situations into something hilarious. Whether it was getting into a mix-up with her best friend or causing trouble in her own home, Lucille had the ability to make everyday moments seem extraordinary and funny. Though her acting was often over the top, it worked perfectly for the characters she played. Her strong personality and funny facial expressions made her stand out. People loved watching her because she could make them laugh without saying much at all. Even though some people didn't think her acting was the most subtle, Lucille Ball became an icon in TV and comedy. Her talent for making people smile and her unforgettable performances ensured her place in entertainment history. Lucille Ball's legacy lives on as one of the funniest and most loved stars ever. Number 11. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford was a famous actress known for her roles in melodramas, where she often played intense, emotional characters. While she became a star because of her strong screen presence and beauty, her acting was frequently criticized. Many people thought her performances were exaggerated and lacking in subtlety. She didn't always show the depth of emotion that other actors did, and sometimes her acting seemed over the top. In films, Crawford's style was dramatic, often involving big gestures and loud expressions of emotion. This worked well in the melodramatic roles she played, where the emotions were meant to be intense. However, outside of those types of films, critics and audiences sometimes felt her acting was too much and didn't feel natural. She didn't always connect with the subtlety that more method actors were bringing to the screen at the time. Despite these criticisms, Joan Crawford had a long and successful career. She became an icon in Hollywood, known for her glamorous look and her ability to entertain. People still remember her for her roles in films like Mildred Pierce, which earned her an Academy Award, showing that even though her acting style was sometimes called too dramatic, her unique presence made her unforgettable. She may not have been known for quiet, subtle performances, but her bold style worked for many of the roles she played, making her one of the most famous actresses of her time. Number 12. Jack Benny. Jack Benny was famous for his quick wit and comedic timing, making people laugh with his jokes and funny moments. He wasn't known for being a deep actor, and his performances sometimes seemed a bit shallow. His acting style was simple, and he didn't show a wide range of emotions. However, what Benny lacked in depth, he made up for with his natural charm and sense of humor. Benny's ability to make people laugh with just a look or a pause made him stand out in the entertainment world. He became a household name because of his unique comedy style, especially on his popular radio show and later his television series. Benny's shows often featured clever writing, funny situations, and his signature humor, which people loved. Even though his acting wasn't the most emotional or complex, his skill in comedy made him one of the most beloved figures in show business. Jack Benny had a special way of connecting with audiences, and his dry humor became his trademark. His talent wasn't in deep acting, but in making people smile with his clever lines and funny timing. Benny's legacy lives on because of his infectious humor, and he's still remembered as one of the greatest comedic performers in entertainment history. Next up was one of Hollywood's biggest stars, known for his tough guy role in films like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon. Number 13. Humphrey Bogart. While Humphrey Bogart became an icon, his acting was often seen as limited. Many critics felt that Bogart relied too much on his tough, no-nonsense persona, rather than showing a wide range of emotions or complex characters. In most of his roles, Bogart played characters who were hard-boiled, cool under pressure, and always in control. This made him famous, but it also meant that his performances sometimes seemed one-dimensional. He wasn't known for showing a lot of emotional depth or variety in his roles, sticking to a similar style throughout his career. Despite this, his charisma and screen presence made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. Audiences didn't mind that he wasn't a method actor or known for deep emotional range. Instead, they loved him for his strong, commanding presence on screen. His voice, delivery, and the way he carried himself made him unforgettable in every role he played. So while Bogart may not have been praised for his acting versatility, his tough guy image made him one of the most iconic stars of his time. People loved him for who he was on screen, and that's why he's still remembered today as one of Hollywood's legends. Number 14. Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth was known for her beauty and grace on screen, making her one of Hollywood's most famous stars. She was often cast in glamorous roles, playing the same type of character in many films. While she captured audiences with her stunning looks, some critics felt she didn't show much variety in her acting. They thought she stuck to similar roles, playing the seductive woman in many films, and didn't get the chance to showcase her full range of acting talent. Despite this, Hayworth's star power was undeniable. She was one of the most popular actresses of her time, with her roles in movies like Gilda and CoverGirl making her a household name. Her charm, elegance, and dancing ability were loved by audiences, and her performances helped define the golden age of Hollywood. Even though critics sometimes overlooked her acting range, Rita Hayworth's presence in film was significant. She became a symbol of beauty and style, and her popularity remained strong throughout her career. While she may have faced criticism for not playing different types of characters, she still left a lasting impact on Hollywood, and her legacy as a glamorous leading lady endures. Number 15. Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was one of the biggest heartthrobs of Hollywood during the 1950s and 1960s. With his handsome features and tall, athletic build, he quickly became a favorite of moviegoers, especially in romantic films. Despite his fame, Hudson's acting was often criticized for being flat and lacking depth. Hudson's charm was undeniable. He had a magnetic presence on screen that made him stand out, but many critics felt that he relied more on his looks than his acting skills. His performances were often described as stiff and one-dimensional. He didn't have the emotional range that some of his contemporaries, like Marlon Brando or James Dean, brought to their roles. Instead, Hudson's performances often felt a bit wooden, and his characters seemed to be more about his appearance than about any real emotional connection. His early career was filled with roles in romantic dramas where he played the handsome, strong leading man. He was often paired with beautiful actresses like Doris Day, and their chemistry made them a popular duo. While Hudson's charm and good looks helped him succeed in these roles, his acting ability didn't stand out in the same way. Over time, Hudson tried to branch out into different types of roles, including some action films and comedies. While he had some success, he never quite reached the level of respect from critics that other actors achieved. Still, his appeal to audiences remained strong, and he continued to be a major star throughout the 1960s and beyond. In the 1970s, Hudson's career took a different turn when he came out as gay, something that was hidden from the public for most of his life. Despite this, his fame remained, though his career began to slow down. His legacy as a heartthrob and his ability to charm audiences with his looks are still remembered, even though his acting was not as praised as some of his peers. Hudson may not have been the best actor, but he will always be remembered as a major figure in Hollywood. Next celebrity to consider was one of the most famous actresses in Hollywood. Number 16, Jayne Mansfield. Jayne Mansfield was one of the most famous actresses of the 1950s and 1960s. She became a Hollywood icon thanks to her stunning looks, which earned her the title of a bombshell. With her platinum blonde hair and glamorous image, Mansfield was often compared to other famous stars like Marilyn Monroe. While her beauty helped her stand out in the film industry, her acting skills were a different story. Many critics said that her performances were often too dramatic, and she didn't show much emotional range. Instead of bringing depth to her characters, she was known for playing roles that focused more on her looks than her acting ability. Her performances were sometimes seen as exaggerated, with overly emotional scenes and reactions that felt unrealistic. Mansfield's acting style often lacked the subtlety that other actresses of her time, like Audrey Hepburn or Elizabeth Taylor, were known for. Instead of showing different layers to her characters, her roles were often one-dimensional, and she struggled to break out of the dumb blonde stereotype that Hollywood often placed on her. Despite this, she had a successful career in Hollywood during the 1950s and early 1960s. She starred in several films, including The Girl Can't Help It, 1956, and Will Success, Spoil Rock Hunter, 1957, which showcased her as a comedic actress. Her films were often lighthearted comedies or musicals, where her charm and beauty were the focus. Though she wasn't known for being a great actress, Mansfield became a pop culture sensation. Her fame wasn't just about her roles in films, it was also about her public persona. She made headlines with her personal life, her famous wardrobe choices, and her bold behavior, which made her a beloved figure in Hollywood. In the end, Jayne Mansfield's legacy isn't just about her acting ability. It's about how she used her looks, personality, and charm to leave a lasting impact on the film industry and pop culture. Number 17, Victor Mature. Victor Mature was a famous actor during Hollywood's golden age, known for his roles in big epic films. He often played strong, heroic characters, especially in adventure movies like Samson and Delilah and The Robe. His roles made him a popular leading man, admired by many for his tall, handsome appearance and strong presence on screen. However, when it came to his acting skills, Mature didn't always impress critics. Many people felt that his performances were shallow. He wasn't known for showing a lot of emotion or depth in his roles. Instead of bringing out the complexity of his characters, his acting style was often seen as basic and straightforward. Critics noticed that he didn't always show much range, and his characters often seemed one-dimensional. In emotional scenes, his reactions felt a bit forced or lacking in genuine feeling. Mature's acting wasn't bad, but it didn't stand out like some of his contemporaries. He often relied on his good looks and physical presence rather than deeply connecting with the emotions of the characters he played. For many, his appeal was more about his image and the kind of roles he took on, rather than how he portrayed them. Despite this, Victor Mature was still a major star. His performances, while not praised for their emotional depth, fit the type of roles that were popular at the time. He became a well-known face in Hollywood, often cast in films that showcased his strength or heroism. While his acting might not have been the most complex or award-winning, his status as a leading man in Hollywood's golden age helped him maintain a long career. Even though he wasn't celebrated for emotional range, Mature's charm and the type of roles he played kept him a beloved figure in film history. He remains remembered for his physicality and screen presence, even if his acting didn't always win critical praise. Next celebrity on list is number 18, Loretta Young. Loretta Young was a famous actress known for her beauty and elegance. She often played glamorous roles in films and became a star because of her looks and charm. However, critics didn't always praise her acting skills. Many felt that her performances seemed stiff and lacking in emotion. They described her acting as wooden, meaning it was often flat and didn't show much feeling or depth. Although she was popular and appeared in many movies, some people felt she didn't connect deeply with her characters. Instead of showing a lot of emotion, she relied on her graceful appearance and elegance to win audiences over. Her beauty was certainly a big part of her appeal, but it was her looks that often stole the spotlight rather than her acting ability. Despite the criticism, Loretta Young had a long career in Hollywood and is still remembered as one of the stars of her time. While her acting may not have always been the most praised, her presence on screen and her classic beauty left a lasting impression on fans and filmmakers. Number 19. Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney was a child star who grew up to be an adult actor. As a child, he was very popular, known for his energetic performances. However, as he got older, his acting style became known for being exaggerated and a bit over the top. His performances often lacked the subtlety that critics expected, and his acting was sometimes seen as too loud or dramatic. Despite this, Mickey Rooney's energy and charm kept him in the spotlight. He had a way of drawing people in with his lively personality, and audiences seemed to enjoy his high-energy roles. Even though his acting wasn't always considered sophisticated, he was always fun to watch. He appeared in many movies over the years, often playing the same type of energetic, upbeat character. Rooney's ability to bring a sense of excitement to the screen made him a beloved figure in Hollywood, even though his acting style wasn't for everyone. His popularity continued, and he became one of the most recognizable stars of his time. Mickey Rooney's career lasted for decades, and while he may not have been praised for his subtlety, his unique energy made him unforgettable to many. Next celebrity was a well-known actor who played many leading roles in Hollywood. Number 20. Glenn Ford. Glenn Ford was a well-known actor who played many leading roles in Hollywood. He was dependable and could always be counted on to appear in movies, but his acting wasn't always praised. While he was reliable on screen, his performances were often seen as stiff and lacking emotion. He didn't always connect with the deeper feelings or complexities of his characters, which made it hard for him to receive the kind of praise that other actors got for their emotional depth. Even though he didn't stand out for his acting skills, Ford was still popular with audiences. He had a strong screen presence and often played the charming and heroic leading man. His movies were successful because of his ability to carry a film, even if his acting was not always memorable or groundbreaking. Ford was especially good at playing calm and collected characters, which worked well in many of his roles. However, critics often felt that he didn't show a wide range of emotions or offer the kind of acting that would make him stand out among other stars. Despite this, Ford continued to have a long career in Hollywood, proving that reliability and consistency could still make an actor a star, even if they weren't known for being the most talented at their craft. Number 21. Vincent Price. Vincent Price was famous for his spooky and dramatic roles in horror films. He became well known for playing villains, often with a creepy and over-the-top style that made him stand out. However, many people criticized his acting because it was so exaggerated and theatrical. Instead of subtle performances, Price's characters were often big and dramatic, which some viewers didn't appreciate. While his acting was not always praised for being natural, Price's unique style made him an unforgettable presence on screen. He had a distinctive voice and delivery, which added to his charm, especially in movies like A House of Wax and The Fly. Even though his style was considered overdone by some, it worked perfectly for the kind of creepy, larger-than-life roles he often played. Despite the mixed reviews, Vincent Price's career in horror movies lasted for decades. His ability to create tension and suspense with his unusual style made him a beloved figure in the genre. Fans of horror films still remember him as a true legend, even if critics thought his performances were too much at times. Price may not have been known for subtle acting, but his unmistakable presence and contribution to the horror genre left a lasting impact. Up next was known for his roles in films like The True Grit and The Searchers. Number 22, John Wayne. John Wayne was a beloved actor known for his roles in westerns and action films. He became a Hollywood legend, but his acting often received criticism. People said his performances were stiff and lacked emotional depth. Rather than showing a wide range of feelings, he often played characters who were tough and straightforward, sticking to one basic style. Many felt he relied more on his strong screen presence and iconic voice than on delivering complex, layered performances. Even though his acting wasn't always praised, Wayne's popularity didn't fade. Audiences loved his tough guy image and his roles in classic films like True Grit and The Searchers. He became a symbol of strength and honor, representing a certain kind of American hero. His characters often faced challenges with determination, and he never seemed afraid to take on tough situations. This made him a favorite for many moviegoers, even if his acting wasn't the most varied. Wayne's simplicity and consistency in his roles worked for him. He didn't need to show a range of emotions to be effective. His presence alone was enough to make him one of the biggest stars of his time. Though critics may have felt his acting lacked depth, John Wayne's popularity and influence in Hollywood have stood the test of time. Number 23, Tab Hunter. Tab Hunter was a famous heartthrob in the 1950s, known more for his good looks than his acting skills. He starred in over 40 films, including The Battle Cry and Damn Yankees, and quickly became a favorite among teenage fans. His charming appearance and smooth demeanor made him a star, but critics often pointed out that his acting lacked emotional depth. They felt he was more of a pretty face than a talented actor, and his performances didn't show much range. Hunter often played the same type of character, which made it hard for him to break out of the heartthrob mold. He wanted to be taken seriously as an actor, but many of his roles were too similar, and he found it difficult to transition into more dramatic, critically praised parts. Despite this, his popularity among young audiences never faded. Even though his acting wasn't always praised, Tab Hunter's impact on Hollywood in the 1950s is clear. He became an icon of the era, and his good looks and charm helped him become one of the most well-known stars of his time. He remains remembered as one of the key teen idols of the 1950s, and his legacy in pop culture lives on. Next celebrity on the list became a big star after his role in the movie Shane, 1953. Number 24, Alan Ladd. Alan Ladd was a popular actor in the 1940s and 1950s, known for his good looks and calm, reserved personality. He became a big star after his role in the movie Shane, 1953, which earned him a Photoplay Award and made him a well-known figure in Hollywood. However, despite his fame, many critics didn't think much of his acting skills. They said he often seemed flat and lacked emotion, especially in more serious roles. Some people believe that Ladd's success wasn't because of his acting talent, but because of his strong, tough appearance. His fans, however, loved his quiet, strong presence on screen. Even though he wasn't known for showing a lot of emotion, Ladd's style of acting made him stand out. He was different from other leading men of his time, who often had more dramatic or expressive performances. Instead, Ladd's characters often showed strength and toughness through their actions, rather than their words. His career raises an interesting question. Did Alan Ladd change the way people thought about leading men in movies? Even though his acting wasn't always praised, his calm and powerful presence made him a star, and his role in Shane is still remembered today as one of his best. Last celebrity on our list is no other person but number 25, Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow, often called the Blonde Bombshell, was a famous actress in the 1930s. She appeared in over 40 films, with notable roles in Red Dust and Dinner at 8. Her stunning beauty and strong screen presence quickly captured the attention of audiences, making her a major star. However, critics didn't always think highly of her acting. In the beginning, many felt she overacted, with some of her performances coming across as exaggerated. Despite this, Harlow worked hard to improve her skills. Over time, she became known for her strong comedic timing, which helped her win more recognition as an actress. Even though she never won any major acting awards, Jean Harlow left a huge mark on Hollywood. Her influence on the idea of glamorous movie stars was lasting, and she became a symbol of the golden age of Hollywood. Her beauty and style helped shape the image of the classic movie star, and her impact on the industry is still remembered today. Though she may not have earned the critical acclaim she deserved, Jean Harlow's legacy as a Hollywood icon is undeniable.